committees have continued with the vetting of the principal secretaries' nominees named by President William Ruto for the second day running. The PS nominees from different ministries faced their respective committees from 9 this morning. A lot more is also expected this afternoon as House approves CDF committee members. KTN Political Affairs reporter Daniel Kariuki joins us live from Parliament with the details. Good afternoon to you, Kariuki, who has already faced the panel.
All right, thank you very much, and good afternoon to you. And you said it right that the National Assembly committees have been having the sittings, vetting different principal secretaries, this being the second day, the process having started yesterday. But as we speak right now, there is new development as the Employment and Labour Court has just stopped or has actually stopped the ongoing vetting of the principal secretaries, and the same has actually been communicated by the head of the public service, that's Felix Kosgei, who says that they might stop or rather hold the ongoing vetting of the principal secretary. The Labour Court, Justice Zioka Wamakau actually issued the orders yesterday, and so it is being communicated by the head of the public service, that's Felix Kosgei, who says that they are going to continue with them once the court has rendered its ruling on this. Remember, it is a case that had been filed by the Law Society of Kenya. They argued that most of the principal secretaries that had been nominated by President William Ruto to head different ministries were from largely two tribes, or it did not actually meet the threshold on regional balance agenda. Those are some of the issues that they talked about, as well as the tribal balance. And so Justice Zioka Wamakau will be actually having time to listen to have the hearing of that case, which after that now the ruling is what will set the stage if the vetting will continue or what will be happening. And as we speak right now, some few minutes ago, the Defense Committee was vetting the Foreign Affairs PS, and the chair of that committee, that's Nelson Koech, who is the member of Parliament, Belgood, said that once he receives the communication, or rather that order, then they might be forced to stop the vetting of these principal secretaries. And of course, I want just to engage the member of Parliament, Sabatia constituency, who is a member of the Defense Committee, as well as of matters to do with the National Assembly sitting this afternoon. Of course, we expect they are going to be dealing with the committees, the CDF committee members. Thank you very much for joining us. And of course, that is the development in matters to do with the vetting of the PSs. You are a member of the Defense Committee. I saw you in there as the vetting was ongoing. Now, as a member, you're going to, of course, I know you have listened to the chairman. What happens next?
First of all, I want to thank Kenyans for being patient for all this time as Parliament and the executive, the president reorganized government. And I happen to be a member of the Defense Committee, of which we have already vetted the Principal Secretary for Defense. And just a few minutes ago, we vetted the Principal Secretary in charge of Foreign Affairs. As at now, I want to confirm, as a committee, Defense, Intelligence and Foreign Relations Committee, we haven't received any order stopping the vetting. And until the chairperson of the Committee on Defense communicates to members in the afternoon sitting, that is when we will have direction moving forward. But as it is, we are moving in to vet the third one, and until we are stopped by the order served to the chairperson, then we will call it a day. But far from that, we are doing well.
And of course, this afternoon we are having the CDF committee being the House considering the members and committee members to different CDF committees in the constituencies. And of course, the issue to do with CDF is still a hot topic. Last week, you people threatened to boycott activities in House. So what's the way forward?
This afternoon, the order paper as it is, I have a copy here. We have names of members who have been nominated to CDF committees in various constituencies. The rest are still being worked on. They will be presented in the next few days. But we are in preparation stages. You know, CDF is a very critical item in the development of the country, and some quarters only think that it is supposed to be, it is an issue that is benefiting MPs. We want to tell them CDF affects the lives of everybody, from those kids who are yet to be born to those people who are sitting in this parliament, and we have to support it. So as part of our push and preparation to have CDF restored, members of parliament from their respective constituencies have asked their CDF managers to advertise for membership of various committees, CDF committees, which has now begun trickling into this house for approval on the floor of the house. We hope CDF is going to be reinstated, whatever the case, because we cannot afford to have a country that is moving from development into chaos just because we don't have roads, we don't have hospitals. Kids are right now crying on the streets across Kenya that they cannot pay fees and therefore they cannot be allowed to sit for exams. So we hope CDF is going to be reinstated, and our push and call through the leadership of the National Assembly is that they engage the Cabinet Secretary in charge of National Treasury to ensure that even as we push to have CDF entrenched into the Constitution, let us have this cash being released, because we are really having our people suffering. And so as we approve the names of people who have made it to the CDF committees, we continue urging the Cabinet Secretary for National Treasury, kindly be fair enough to us, be fair enough to Kenyan students, be fair enough to pupils going to school, so that we allow them to be in class by providing this cash, even as we regularize the process.
And in maybe 30 seconds, in matters to do with the Sabatia constituency and CDF, what do you tell them?
Sabatia constituency and the residents across Sabatia, I know you are watching me. I'm a member of parliament who's going to defend you from the bottom to the top. And I'm urging you to be very patient, because we are pushing this CDF issue, and we are pushing it not from any other place but through this house, the National Parliament, and our kids are going to succeed. I hope when they open for the next term, that is in the new year, we will have CDF back, we will have bursary back, we will have our roads done. I know there are so many people who are in the villages who can do roads, who can build schools as contractors. We are telling you to be patient. We are working on this, and development is going to come at your doorstep.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Member of Parliament Sabatia. That's Clement Sloyer, of course, giving us highlights to do with the Defense Committee sitting, as well as the CDF. Remember that is going to be happening this afternoon in the House as they pass the committees of different constituencies. And you're going to be following keenly also to know how this development in matters to do with the vetting of the principal secretaries will be going on this afternoon. But for now, I want to hand it back to Purity in studio. Over to you, Purity.
Thank you so much, Kariuki, for that update. To Nakuru County, the County Assembly has defied a court order barring ward representatives from vetting persons nominated by Governor Susan Kihika as chief officers. The Assembly says it decided to go on with the vetting exercise because the order came after the Speaker had already directed the Committee on Appointments to handle the matter. That is happening even as the court has set aside December 5th as the day to issue a ruling on another case stopping vetting of CECs. We are now joined live by